Hey everyone! Ever landed on a super long web page and wished there was an easy way to jump back to the top? Well, today, I'm going to show you exactly how to make that happen for your own website. We're diving into JupyterX and Elementor to add a super handy scroll to top button, customize its look, position, and even play around with some cool motion effects. Plus, we'll see how simplicity mode can affect things. And if you're new here, JupyterX is an all-in-one Elementor-based WordPress theme trusted by over 200,000 users. It replaces Elementor Pro with built-in tools, includes 450-plus ready-made websites, and comes with a one-time payment instead of recurring fees. So let's get started. Alright, first things first, we're going to learn how to add a very useful scroll-to-top button while simplicity mode is on. Let's start by navigating to the WordPress admin area. From the dashboard, find JupyterX in the left-hand menu. Here you'll access all the unique settings and tools for your JupyterX theme. Alright, next up we're going to select Layout Builder. This is basically our control center for managing all our website templates and deciding how they'll show up across our site. We can add our scroll to top button to any global template we want. For example, you can choose a header template or a footer template. I'm going to add my scroll to top button to my header. To do that, I'll click Edit on my header template to open it in the Elementor editor. Now, search for the button widget by typing button in the search field. This filters the widgets, so it's easy to find the one we need. Drag and drop the button widget into our header section. That's where the scroll to top button will live. Once you've placed the button, remove its label text. Now we select an icon for our button. We can either choose one from the library or upload an SVG file to use a custom icon. I'll search for up to find an up arrow icon. Here it is, the arrow up icon we'll use. Let's select it. Now it's time to add the actual scroll to top action. We'll use an anchor link to a custom CSS ID of your choice. Just click the link field. This is where you set where the button goes when clicked. I'm going to choose #GoToTop as our custom ID for the anchor. Type your own in the link field. This anchor link scrolls the page back to its target when clicked, which is the main function of our scroll to top button. We can customize the look of our scroll to top button by switching to the Style tab in the left panel. Here, we can define our desired width and height for the scroll to top button. Let's make it nice and compact. I'll type in an exact width and height value for precise sizing. This handy text color selector is where you can totally define the color of our button icon. I'll change the icon color to white so it stands out better against a darker background. Next, open the background color settings to pick a background that complements the icon. If you prefer a solid color for the button's background, select Classic and then use this color selector. I'm going to pick plain black. We can add a border radius to our button to round the corners, or make it a perfect circle if its width and height are the same. I think 40 px radius is enough for this button to be circular. I'm not sure about you, but these animated gradient settings are tempting me to try them out just once. Let's enable the animated gradient feature for a dynamic look. This effect helps the Go to Top button stand out. You can see that once enabled, new options appear for us to configure the gradient's appearance, such as the number of colors in the gradient, its direction, and its duration. Alright, so even though the animated gradient looked like a lot of fun and totally worth trying, for now let's go ahead and disable it and just stick with a solid background color. We can always come back to it later. Let's move to the Advanced tab to continue configuring our scroll to top button. Now let's head over to the Z-index controls. We'll crank up that Z-index to a really high number to make sure our button is always on top of everything else on the page. Alright, so by default, Our button's position is, well, set to default. Now, it's time to adjust it so it's fixed in a precise location. By changing the position to fixed, the button stays visible as you scroll down. Let's align the button to the right side of the screen. Now, position it at the bottom for easy access while scrolling. By adding horizontal and vertical offsets to this fixed position, you can precisely control its distance from the edge of the browser window. Now let's increase the horizontal offset to move the button farther away from the screen's edge. This 35px offset, for example, shifted this button 35 pixels to the left. Alright, let's go ahead and adjust this for a vertical offset too. And, just like that, you've shifted the button up by 35 pixels. Pretty cool, huh? Scroll down to locate the motion effects settings. Click the motion effects button to expand its options. Toggle on the scrolling effects to enable them. Click the edit icon for vertical scroll to customize its behavior. Decrease the speed value to 3. Drag the bottom viewport slider down from 100% to 50% to set when the effect starts to show as you scroll. Next, drag the bottom viewport slider from 0% to 17%, defining when the effect is fully visible. Now our scroll to top button has a cool entrance effect. Now it's time to set this scrolling effect to be relative to the entire page. Let's open this dropdown. Then select Entire Page. Remember that custom anchor we defined? Let's assign it to our header's top parent container. Select the top parent container. Just click here. Switch over to the Advanced tab. Click the CSSID input field. Now, for the CSSID, you're going to type Go to Top. Remember, no pound key character here, just the words. And there you have it. Now that we are all set, our Scroll to Top button is connected to the top of our header. Alright, now that we've got everything set up, it's time to publish these changes and see our Scroll to Top button in action. Just hit that Publish button over there. Scroll down a bit, enough to make the Scroll to Top button appear and become active. Click the Go to Top button. This should smoothly scroll us back to the top, where our anchor is placed. Now that we've covered Simplicity Mode on, it's time to cover websites with Simplicity Mode off. Alright, in this other tab where Simplicity Mode is turned off, we can start managing our Scroll to Top button and enable this awesome feature. As I scroll down, you can see that the Scroll to Top feature is not enabled on this website. To activate it, just click on Customize to open your site's customization options, where we'll find settings for the Scroll to Top button. Scroll down the left panel till you see the Elements section. Click Go to Top to reveal the settings specific to the Scroll to Top feature. Expand the Settings option to show the Scroll to Top button controls. Toggle the Go to Top button on to activate the Scroll to Top functionality on your site. Now, as you can see, the Go to Top button is active. To change its style, go ahead and open up the Styles tab right here. We'll find all the fun customization options there. Then click Styles again. Open the color picker to choose a new background color for the button. I'm selecting this bright blue from the palette. And to make it rounder, we can adjust the border radius slider for a super soft, rounded button edge. When you're happy with the design, click Publish to save your changes. Alright, so now it's time to see the results in action. As we scroll down the page, our customized Go to Top button will appear. Let's click the Go to Top button to quickly jump back to the top. And there you have it. We've successfully added and customized a Scroll to Top button using JupyterX and Elementor, making it a breeze for your users to navigate your site. Whether you're working with or without Simplicity Mode, you've got the tools now to enhance that user experience. Pretty neat, huh? Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.